Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in to today's video. Just want to do a video today looking at the weather in the coming week or two, because it does look as though we are now seeing a big change in the weather. Yesterday's unsettled weather, the torrential rain and snow that we had yesterday, it looks as though this is the start now of a proper prolonged change to unsettled weather. Now this is the 500 millibar height anomaly chart, so we've got the ECMWF here on the left, the GFS on the right. These are the height anomalies for 8 to 10 days time. 500 millibars is important because that's the area in the atmosphere where weather takes place, where we get areas of high and low pressure forming, and it's these high and low pressure areas that give us weather really, because as the high and low pressure moved around by the jet stream running above 500 millibars, the pressure, the high and low pressure are moved around, and as I say, it's these pressure systems interacting with each other that really give us weather. So here we can see that we've got below normal heights here across the British Isles. This is British Isles here, and we can see that in 8 to 10 days time the ECMWF model is forecasting the pressure anomaly to be below normal. That is indicated by these blue colours here. And we can see that the jet stream, here's the jet stream here, this is the green line moving across the Atlantic, there's the United States, the green line that indicates jet stream is moving across the Atlantic, and then it's diving southwards around this below normal heights for low pressure that's sitting across the British Isles. So the jet stream is diving southwards there, well down into the central and the central Atlantic really. It's going right way down in towards Spain and North Africa actually, and then on into the Mediterranean. So that's a really southerly tracking jet stream beginning to get going underneath that trough of low pressure that's sitting across the British Isles. And this is what I've been talking about in the videos recently, where I've been saying about the drought. I've been saying what we need to see an end to the drought. This is really what I've been talking about. We've pushed that high pressure, the ridge of high pressure, the above normal heights, away into the Atlantic, well away from British Isles. We've dug the jet stream southwards right the way down into the Atlantic and through into the Mediterranean, and we've set up a trough over the top of the British Isles. This is a proper unsettled pattern, and this really would be lasting for quite some time. It would take quite a while to break out of this and go back to high pressure. So if this is right, and I've got a feeling it will be, this is indicating a prolonged unsettled spell setting up. Now let's have a look at the GFS, see what the GFS is predicting, and we can see that it's a very similar pattern indeed to the ECMWF, because again we have that jet stream moving across the Atlantic and then diving southwards into the mid-Atlantic and then through into the Mediterranean, well to the south of the country through Spain in towards North Africa. And there's the below normal heights again indicated by the blue shadings here. The below normal heights are indicating low pressure setting up over the British Isles and much of Western Europe actually. The main core of that trough is actually over France on the GFS for 8 to 10 days time. But in any case, it's a virtually identical situation really to the ECMWF. The jet stream on both models is coming across the Atlantic and then diving southwards, and we've got this trough of low pressure to the north of that jet stream. So again, this is indicating that the weather is going to be turning unsettled. The weather is unsettled, and it's going to be getting more unsettled probably as we go through next week. We're probably going to see more heavy rain, and with the jet stream tracking southwards and us well on to the north of it, we're on the cold side of it, so it will be quite cool as well next week. Very cool, and unsettled really sums it up. So just having a quick look at all this in detail, we can see that for Monday, Bank Holiday Monday next week, we've got this area of low pressure to the north. It's going to be bringing us all an unsettled Bank Holiday Monday, I'm afraid. It's going to be a very poor Easter Monday across many parts of the British Isles this year. And then as we go into next week, this is the GFS model, by the way, that we're looking at here. So these are the actual pressure charts based on the anomalies that we just saw on the height anomaly chart. So this is for Wednesday next week, and this is in a week's time, just under a week's time. And we see we've got this big area of low pressure here across the top of the British Isles. That's bringing rain and longer spells of rain, showers across many parts of the country. Again, we can see the jet stream is diving southwards, so that's backing up what we saw on the anomaly chart there. The jet stream is diving well down in towards the Mediterranean. We're on the cold side of the jet, and we're under that trough of low pressure. And as we go out into the end of next week, we see that low pressure is still very much in control. The jet stream is still tracking well away to the south. High pressure is pushed well away in towards the Atlantic. And yes, we're under that trough there across many parts of not just the British Isles but Western Europe as well. So this again will be bringing showers or longer spells of rain, and the temperatures will be on the cold side as well. And even into next weekend, this is Sunday the 15th of April, so this is 10 days away, we do still have low pressure really dominating the weather to the east of the British Isles. A little bit of a ridge perhaps forming there, but that's quite speculative, I think, and low pressure is waiting in the wings to come back in from the Atlantic. And quickly looking at the Canadian model to see whether that backs up the ECM and the GFS. Yes, it does. When just under a week's time, Wednesday the 11th of April, we've got this low pressure sitting right over the top of the country. The jet stream is digging well away to the south, so we're under the trough and we're on the cold side of the trough, so it'll be cool, unsettled with showers or longer spells of rain. And even as we go out into 10 days time, Sunday the 15th of April, that trough of low pressure is sitting over the country. We've got these areas of low pressure bringing longer spells of rain. In between there'll be showers, with the jet stream digging well to the south there, going right the way down in towards North Africa. Really, we would be looking at some pretty cool temperatures as well. So what I think this is really telling us, all these charts are really telling us that the weather has broken. The dry spell, the prolonged dry spell, looks as though it's come to an end. It looks as though we're in now for an extended period, at least 10 days of unsettled weather, cool weather with showers or longer spells of rain, with the jet stream digging southwards and us being on the cold side of it. There is the prospect that we could see some wintry weather. Of course, it's April, so we're not going to see continuous snowfall or anything too terrible, but even so, there will be probably some snow around over higher ground. But the real talking point about all of this is that the dry spell has broken. It looks as though we're in for a prolonged period of unsettled weather with showers or longer spells of rain at least until the middle of April, probably even beyond that, probably well into the second half of April, before any prospect of any prolonged dry and warm weather comes along. So the drought, it looks like the drought is ending. That's it for now.